Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We've kind of got some news and we need to talk about this cow market this week. We've mentioned that we've had a lot of cattle coming in. A lot of these bigger ranchers are preg checking, they're shipping calves, and so all those cows that are not producing or they don't want to keep on the ranch are coming to town. And that's happening all over the state. And there's a big supply of slaughter cows at the present time. Of course, Labor Day is coming up this weekend, and it's always grilling time and football, college football this weekend, so everybody's going to be cranking up their grills and putting hamburgers and hot dogs on the grills. So all that buying up for Labor Day happened last week, and cows and bulls were really high. And we had a large volume of cows and bulls last week and this week too. So I think everybody got filled up, and prices were definitely lower. They're sharply lower. And after talking to some of the buyers about, wow, man, what happened to cow prices this week? Well, we've just got so many bought up everywhere, and we can't process them that fast, and we've got to hold these cows over until we need them. So a lot of those cows will stay here at the market until they need to haul them up there to the slaughterhouse or to the packers and the processors, so they can get them on in there. But there's so many cattle that they just have to wait their turn, and holding cows over is very costly. There's loss, weight loss sometimes. Some of them don't make it all the way, this and that, but it just costs a lot of money to hold cows over. It's better when they buy the cows, put them on the truck, and haul them to the plant that day. It's very much more cost effective. They can pay more for cows, and that's the way it should work. But with a huge volume of cows the way it's been over the last few weeks, we've kind of met the point of they're full. So first thing that happens is prices go down, but yet still the better yielding cows, those really front end good cows, are still bringing, I think, really good money. I think the high cow price this week was over $1.40. We'll talk about the high prices later on. I haven't looked, but from $1.30 to $1.40 on those front better yielding cows, that's pretty dang good money if you ask me. And I saw some bulls weighing up there around 1,800 pounds. Those bulls were bringing up there around 160 to 170. So it's still good, and it was definitely lower. And the dairy cows, which we didn't have all that many dairy cows this week, but they were a little bit lower, more lower than the beef cows, because they're even harder to hold over. And if those packer buyers don't need them right away, they're not going to pay as much for those dairy animals as they are the beef cows, because beef cattle, they just hold over better. They don't shrink as bad, and they can handle the heat and the weather a lot better. So that's my reasoning. Actually talked to some of the buyers after the sale last night, and that's what I was told, and it makes sense to me. But I think too, once we get past all this calf shipping and preg checking of these cows over the next three or 4 weeks, probably through September, once we get through there, I think we'll get back to lower supply, and hopefully those cow prices will get back where they were before. But also did read on your box beef prices, your cutouts, your hamburger meat. Hamburger meat did hit a really high level and hit some price resistance there, and prices were lower on the retail end of hamburger meat too. So there's just a big supply. I know that, like I said, grilling season, Labor Day, people are buying meat, but it was at such a high level. I guess they were maybe buying chicken or pork or something, but prices have come down a little bit on the retail end of that. But the feeder calves held up their value pretty good. Looked like to me they were pretty steady. We had some good calves, and I'll mention a few names of some of the calves from yesterday that looking over the consignment sheet here that I recognized. Victoria Ranch right here in Okeechobee sent in 55 head of really good front end calves. Another one was there she is, Terry Daniel. Always sells her calves right here through the market, and she had some good calves. I think it's 80 some odd head of calves that had been weaned and had 2 rounds of shots, and they were really good calves. Looked like to me they sold exceptionally well. Jack Johnson had some calves in here. Of course, they're red-hided Beefmaster cross calves look like, but they were in real good shape and they sold good. Randy Fulford right here in Okeechobee had some good calves, 50 some odd head of good calves. Stokes Cattle had 40 some odd head of really good calves that sold good. Jim Harvey, 3R Joint Venture, had some cows, good cows that sold. They were cheaper than they would have been last week. Adams Ranch sold 30 some odd head of cows that still they sold good. They just weren't as high as they have been in the last few weeks. But I think all in all, I mean, you get $1.30 for a cow that weighs 1,100, 1,200 pounds. That's good money for those cows. What else is going on? Yeah, okay, so Labor Day weekend coming up. Monday will be closed. We'll have a sale Tuesday. Do not bring cattle in here on Sunday for Monday because we're not going to be here. We're going to be at the rodeo, Pete Clemens Memorial Labor Day Rodeo this weekend. So bring them in Tuesday. I guess you could bring them Monday afternoon for Tuesday's sale, but we'll be expecting to have a pretty good run of cattle on Tuesday. We did have that, remember the bred heifer extravaganza week last week. The Florida Cattlemen's Association had their sale in Arcadia. It was good. They had good prices, good cattle. We had the Florida Elite heifer sale here at Okeechobee on Saturday. Very successful sale. All the sellers were very happy. If you were a buyer and you were prepared to pay that kind of money for a heifer, then you knew what you were getting into, but you had to pay a lot of money for those bred heifers. Just hopefully this calf market will stay up for a couple years so you can get that recoup and get that money back on those good heifers you just bought. And hopefully you'll bring those calves into Okeechobee and sell them through us. We get you top prices. So anyway, that was a very, very good week. We're kind of glad all that's over with, and now we can start working into selling these calves and getting these calves shipped that we sell on Producer's Cattle Auction. And we've been shipping calves every day. A lot of cattle moving everywhere. So that's August, September, tough months in South Florida. It's the hottest time of the year, and that's when we ship our calves. Go figure. Conditions are good though up on the river where we are. It's heck, I don't remember having an August where the pens aren't full of mud and water everywhere and skeeters everywhere, but it's relatively, I would say, relatively dry for this time of year. Conditions are good, but we need rain to get our ponds filled up and the water table up for the months ahead when the rainy season's over with. But some places did get some rain. I heard out here west of town last week, out there at Platts Bluff, 2 inches on Thursday and 4 inches on Friday. So it just all depends on where you are and if you're getting those cloud bursts that just hang over. So some people are on the wet side and other people are in good conditions. So that's what we get here in Florida. Anyways, had a good week. We had 1,350 on Monday, a little over 1,400 on Tuesday. So that's a good run of cattle and a lot of cattle moving. If you need to bring your cattle in, if you need to reserve a lot, you can call us. We'll hold you a number for this coming Tuesday, or you can just call us and we'll hold you a lot number, reserve you a number for whatever date you want to sell. So just give us a call when you get ready to move your cattle. High prices of the week. Roger Wright from Fort Meade topped the calf market with a 280-pound steer calf. 280-pound steer calf that brought $4.70. Nothing wrong with that. That calf was bought by Cracker Land and Cattle. On the slaughter cow side, Byron Story sells here almost every week too. Good people, good customers. Sold a 1,100-pound cow that brought $1.47. That cow was bought by Florida Beef. If you want these reports coming to you, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We like sharing information. If there's any topics of discussion or anything you need to talk about, you can hit the comments column, let us know what your concerns are. We'll try to address them. We'll tell you what we think, and like I said, it's maybe right or wrong, but it's what we think. So that's your market report. Have a good week. See ya.